what is this notion of consciousness? So it's a pretty difficult thing to answer. Now, I'm going to be speaking mainly from this yogic, tantric, and Vedantic perspective mixed with an Ayurvedic approach, right? So in this, it's always we see this vast tapestry of existence. There really exists this phenomena that has really captivated the minds, right, of all philosophers, sages, seekers, scientists, everybody, like throughout the age, neurobiologists, right, throughout all of the ages. So it's this enigma that we call consciousness, right? That ineffable essence which permeates every facet of our entire being. We really look at this, we can see that it permeates every aspect of our being, right? And then really fathom the depths of this consciousness is to really take part in this journey, right? This profound journey of self-discovery. And it also transcends the limitations of our thought, right? And unveils this boundless potential of this, that's really inherent in every human being. So we could see the consciousness in its purest form. It really defies definition and eludes all kinds of description. So it's not really just a product of the mind, or it's really confined to the walls of our thoughts and emotions, but it's rather this expansive field of awareness that's ever present and ever evolving. It's something there when we're born, when we're in the womb, when we're interacting with the world, when we're every single thing we're doing, right? We can reflect upon that with this consciousness. It's really this canvas on which the tapestry of life totally and fully unfolds, right? Where thoughts, sensations, and perceptions really dance in this intricate symphony of existence itself, right? So, despite its omnipresence, right, consciousness really does remain a mystery that's shrouded in the walls of this conditioned perception. Like we're really ensnared by this web of our own thoughts. We're always caught in these ceaseless cycles of desires, these fears, attachments, our conditioning. Right? Our minds are like ripples on the surface of a tranquil pond that distort the pure reflection of consciousness, right? Obscuring the clarity that lies within. Excuse me. So if we really truly understand this consciousness, which is always going to be a subjective endeavor, we have to really first transcend the limitations of our fragmented selves. And we've talked about this before in many other videos, so just go back and check them all out. I'd appreciate you seeing them, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please like all my content on Facebook or Instagram. Much appreciated. Okay, plugged on. So, where were we? Oh, right, to we have to really transcend the limitations of that sense of separate self, or fragmented self, as we've spoken of so many times. So we have to really unburden ourselves from the weight of those past experiences, right? Our cultural conditioning, the incessant chatter of our minds, right? In this silence of introspection, we might be able to, and most likely we will, catch a glimpse of that unadulterated essence of consciousness, which is free from the chains and burden of time and the illusions that are held within that egoistic construct, right? So in the absence of this thought, or with a concentrated mind, right, when the mind is no longer restless wanderer, consciousness really reveals its true nature, because we are not so focused on the thoughts, feelings, expectations, and conditioning. When that is dissipated or dissolved, excuse me, then what we're left with is what's left with, which is a flow of consciousness, right? And it's this boundless, timeless expanse that is unbound by the confines of space and the limitations of form. So it's that unifying force that connects all of creation, right? The external thread that weaves together the entire tapestry of life, right? All of it. And to explore this consciousness is to really set forth on this inner revolution. So it's a revolution that goes beyond the realm of knowledge and belief, right? It's a revolution that demands radical self-inquiry, right? An unwavering commitment to question everything that we've been taught to look at, right? And to look deeply into the nature of our own existence. So in this inquiry, we may, but we most likely will discover that the answers lie not in the external world, but within the depths of our own consciousness itself. So if we're to awaken to the true nature of consciousness, right? When we do this, it's to transcend the boundless, to enter the boundless, and to go beyond or transcend the boundaries of the self and embrace the interconnectedness of all of life. So it's really to recognize that our thoughts, our emotions, our perceptions, they're not separate from that vast web of existence, but rather they're like intricately woven into its fabric. And it's in that realization the artificial divisions of me and other, they dissolve, and it gives rise to a profound sense of unity, and this natural sense of compassion is born out of it. And these are things that are continually developed. So don't be hard on yourself. If you find yourself at points, and you're on this path and on this journey, and you find, wow, I really wasn't compassionate then, recognize that. And it's in the recognition of that which you'll bring more compassion to yourself and to others. We all have certain things we're working on. We're all at different stages in life. Nothing and nobody is state of perfection. Life is an ongoing process. A mentor of mine once said that when we recognize these things, we can call that light. And after this light, or this recognition, and this more sense of a deeper subjective, profound, and personal truth is found, after this, there's more light. And after that is more light, and more light, and more light. So it's a never-ending journey. We don't stop, but rather we recognize where we are, and we bring in this deep sense of this consciousness. So it's in the exploration of this sense of consciousness that there aren't really any final answers, right? That's why we keep moving forward and forward and forward. There's no fixed truth to be attained. It's a journey without a destination, a perpetual unfolding of insight and understanding. It's a journey that requires courage, sincerity, and an unwavering commitment to live in the present moment, free from the burdens of the past and projections of the future. That is something that is difficult to do at all times. So when we have the ability to do it, and this is why I make these videos, to remind myself and others to live in that moment, right? Life ebbs and flows. We have these moments of clarity, of depth, of insight, and then sometimes we fall back into that conditioning. And then we come up, we rise out of that conditioning with some new insights, thoughts, perceptions, and we recognize what that is, what that conditioning is. And with that recognition, we grow, right? But it has to be a conscious endeavor, right? So when we really move forward on that timeless journey, right? Not as followers or disciples, right? Or anything like that, right? That's another set of conditioning. But we really move forward as these fearless explorers of the inner terrain, right? We have to delve into the depths of consciousness with this open mind and an open heart. Excuse me. And we have to be ready to embrace the mysteries that really lie beyond the boundaries of our own comprehension, right? So in that process, we might discover the transformative power of consciousness itself. The key, consciousness, this key that unlocks the door to this true freedom and profound awakening. It's a difficult journey to really set forth on, but it's very necessary. Personally, I find myself ebb and flowing, and it depends on the individual that I'm around and the situation that I'm in. Obviously, when I'm with people and that are supportive of these notions and these ideas, it's easier to stay focused and grow. It's when we are around individuals that maybe challenge these notions just because of who they are, or they don't understand, or they don't lean on these sorts of things, or they're maybe functioning more from a reflexive set of conditioning or patterning, right? Things might become a little bit more difficult for us. This is why it's really important to find like-minded people, because the more we can practice these sets of approach to our life, this sense of subjective growth, the more we bring that into our everyday life, the more that when we ebb, we can bring in that sense of flow consciously and pull that forward and pull ourselves out of that funk, right? So reach out to me, let's talk. I'm offering a 4-week course in Ayurveda, and we'll cover all of these topics in depth, all the modalities that you would undertake for yourself to move through this and to find this deep sense of equanimity, this equanimous sense of self. All right, namaskar everybody. Have a great day.